I'm doing the work, I'm healing and ascending, but I feel like someone's sending me bad juju. Am I imagining it? Welcome to Twin Flame Weekly, episode 14. We are talking about psychic attacks today. This is really the dark side of spirituality. Now, it's very easy to talk about and frankly promote the world of crystals and archangels and meditation, right? That's spirituality light. It's really easy. It feels really good. Everyone wants a part of it. But the reality is, as you grow, as you ascend, as you up level, you will come into contact with much darker energies, and that's what we're talking about today. I don't anticipate that I'm going to be talking about this a lot because I do like to focus on the light side of spirituality and be really specific with twin flames, but psychic attacks are something that can really impact you whether or not you're a twin flame. So we're going to get into that today. We're talking about what a psychic attack is, how to know that you are under psychic attack, as well as 3 really practical tips to help deal with that. But before we do, if you've never met me before, I'm Cheryl Muir and I'm a twin flame. I'm also a catalyst for twin flame healing and ascension, healing the divine feminine heart, one twin flame at a time. I want to thank all of you for all the likes, comments, shares, subscribes, all of that. Thank you very much. It's very much appreciated and I really feel that and receive it. So thank you. Thank you for tagging your friends who are twin flames as well. That's really helpful for you to do that for them, and I'm sure they really appreciate it. Final announcement, my program Powerless to Empowered is enrolling now. The early bird ends on August 1st, and in Powerless to Empowered, this is really a container that I'm creating for you. We're working together one-on-one in real time. This is not a pre-recorded situation, and no 2 twin flame journeys are the same. So although I do a lot of these videos and answer questions and give general information on the twin flame journey, your soul, your journey, your past lives, your karma, all of the things you're working towards in this lifetime is different from the next person. So I can only do so much through this medium. So if you want to go deeper, if you're ready to go deeper, now is the time. So the early bird ends on August 1st. I will put the details in the links and I really encourage you to check that out. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? Psychic attacks. So this is a topic, again, as I said at the start of the video, this is not something I've talked about before. It probably won't be something I talk about a whole lot, but it is really important. It is the dark side of spirituality. And I remember an old mentor of mine said once, sometimes your light attracts very sick people. And this is true. If you're healing and ascending, if you're a healer yourself, this is really going to help you and really going to resonate with you. You don't have to be a twin flame to go through this either, but it is very relevant to the twin flame journey. As you're healing, growing, ascending, up leveling, and as you are stepping more into your power and your light, the dark also rises as well in people because they're a reflection of your light because of duality and opposites. So that becomes really interesting to try and manage that, especially when we're very empathetic and we feel, right? We all feel so deeply and we want to help, but we can be dragged down. The image I'm getting is a ship that's sinking, and you think you're helping by being on the sinking ship with them, but it's just going to pull you under the surface and it's going to kill you. But really that's what happens during a psychic attack. Someone is sending you bad juju to try and pull you down to their energetic level. At the end of the day, if you're on a frequency, if you're in a state of mind where you generally wish everyone the best, and you know you're human and you feel human things, like sometimes you get sad or angry or any of those things, but you deal with those emotions, and on the whole you send people all the best. If you're there, you're not like wishing bad things on people. So the people that are doing that are at a lower state of awareness, and it's something that you need to be really really brutal about in dealing with, because it's your energy and it's your vessel and it's your energetic field. And I actually have a meditation for this coming out on Wednesday that I filmed just now. So as I'm speaking, it was filmed in the past, but as you're watching this, it's going to be out in the future. I just blew your mind a little bit. It's like we're in the Matrix or something. So sometimes it's not always a true psychic attack. It's not necessarily someone intending bad stuff upon you. Sometimes it's people that really like you. It could be people in your circle, people at your workplace, people in an old circle of friends, which you probably will walk away from eventually. Spoiler alert, I've been through this several times through many different up levels. But it might be people in your circle who see that you're starting to really shine your light, and they're really attracted to that, and they're attaching their energy to you because they just really want to be helped, right? So it might not be that they are intending anything bad. They might really actually admire you, or if you are healing in a similar kind of capacity to me and you have a platform, people might be watching your stuff and attaching energy to you, and you might not even know them and might not have met them and might not have worked with them, might not have even communicated with them. That energetic intention is there. And I did the meditation before, and the way I described it was, it feels like an octopus's tentacles, where they've got those like suction things on, and it's like sticking to you all over. It just feels kind of nasty, right? So go do the meditation when it's out, and that's going to really help you. But let's now get into what a psychic attack actually is and why it happens. Put simply, a psychic attack is your energy field being attacked. How bad does that sound? And here's the thing. It is someone sending bad juju to you. And what it feels like is sadness. It can feel like depression if you're predisposed to that. It can feel like lethargy, low energy, low motivation, really doubting yourself, feeling confused about the next step. Just a general kind of fogginess, a lethargy, a sadness. Now, obviously, this is something that can happen in life in general. It's not always a psychic attack because you're feeling tired, clearly, right? But the sign this is a psychic attack is when it's one, really sudden, when two, you don't have any explanation for it at all in yourself, and three, it also timing-wise coincides with maybe having a run-in with someone or some kind of altercation, right? So this is all coming because they are thinking about you and either sending bad juju intentionally or sometimes not, but your energy fields are connected in some way because you've had this interaction, and they're sending bad juju to you, whether they intend to or not. I have 3 tips for you today, and the tips are 1, daily rituals, 2, personal commands, which are a little bit like affirmations, but more empowering. And the 3rd tip we have for you is on energetic boundaries. So let's get started with tip number 1. Tip 1, daily rituals. So there's 2 parts to this. There's prevention and there's treatment. Prevention is what you're going to do to prevent these psychic attacks and to prevent energy attaching to you. And the treatment is quite clearly after it's happened, what can you do? So with prevention, so before you go out, you can call in protection around you, and you can say a mantra like, I call in the archangels, the ascended masters, and the light beings to protect my energy as I go about my day. So you set that intention as you step out the door. There are also things like pieces of clothing that can help you, talismans, beads, crystals, putting a scarf around your neck. Incidentally, there are also crystals you can carry with you. Black tourmaline is really good, and there's other dark ones like obsidian and black agate. I'm not a crystal lady, so look at the meanings of all of them. But generally, the dark crystals are the ones that are absorbing the dark energy. So keep that in mind and keep them with you. As far as treatment, I want you to create a ritual every night where you cut all these energetic and psychic cords from your being. So every night, call in Archangel Michael and ask him to cut any psychic cords that have attached to you during the day. So visualize a sword of blue light physically cutting the cords away from your body, and you might even want to use your own hands to do this so you can feel the cords being cut from you. And make sure to remember these places. Remember your back, your head, and the soles of your feet. They are all places where energy can be attached. Tip number 2, your personal command. So this is you saying that I am going to send this energy back to you. And the mantra that I've created, and you're very welcome to use this, is I command my body and my being to release any energy which is not mine, and I return it to its source. We go through this exercise in the meditation as well, so do check that out once that is published. So what this does is this really takes back your power, and it's especially powerful because we're actually not calling on the archangels or the ascended masters or the light beings or the goddess energy to do this. We're calling on ourselves, and we're commanding our being to send that energy back to where it came from, and that feels really, really powerful. Tip number 3 is energetic boundaries. So there is a part of you that has accepted this attack. Wait, what? I accepted this? What the hell? So here's what that is. You are not aware of what a psychic attack is, more than likely. That's what's happened. So you can simply say, when you feel this coming on and you think you are having someone come into your energy field, you can say, I do not accept this psychic attack. I do not accept this. And then you can go back through that command of, I command my body and my being to release any energy which is not mine and return it back to its source. But you're saying, I do not accept this. We all know about boundaries in our lives, in our career, in our behavior, in our relationships, all of that. But it comes into energy as well. This is your vessel. This is your energy field. This is your aura. It is yours. Protect it like a motherfucker. Those tips again: 1, daily rituals; 2, personal commands; and 3, energetic boundaries. It's also worth noting as well why this happens. You might be thinking, well, why would someone even do this? This sounds fucking crazy. Why would someone want to send me bad shit? I'm a good human. I know I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but like, why would someone want to actually attack me with their energy? That sounds really dark. And it is. Hurt people, right? People who are hurt send out intentions of hurt. If you feel really good in yourself, you're not doing that, right? So there is an element of empathy there, but I'd be really, really careful with empathy in this case. I know that also sounds a little bit out there, be careful with empathy, but when you are very empathetic, if you know that that person's hurting, you go, oh, I want to help them. No, not in this instance. You want to stay the fuck away from them. If someone's sending you bad juju, you don't like run into it. It's like someone with a flamethrower, like one of those ones that Elon Musk invented. They're not a flamethrower. Have you heard about that? It's insane. Like, what was he thinking? I don't know. Anyway, so it's like you have one of those flamethrowers and you're running towards it going, oh, let me run into those flames. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to set on fire. It's not going to be good for you. You're going to be covered in that energy from head to foot, and it's really going to hurt you. So don't run into it. Say no to it and follow the steps that we gave today. So again, why would someone do that? It's because they're hurting. And let's just talk about the J word, which no one talks about, which is jealousy, right? Someone might be jealous of you. Jealousy is a really ugly emotion. I've been through it. I've been in the receiving end of it, but I've also been the person that's felt that comparison. And again, it comes from thinking what you have to offer is not enough, or who you are is not enough, or someone is better than you. And what it is really focusing on separation. Right? And that is not of love, that is not of the light, that is not of the divine. That's very much of our own brain boxes who are saying this person's better than me. No one's better, no one's worse. We're all different and we're all on our journey. We're all in different places and you don't know what that person's story is. They might be 10 years younger than you and seem to be doing really well and ascending really quickly, but they might have been a monk in a past life. You know what I mean? They might have done the work then and you're now atoning for your karma, and you might not really step into a lot of that till you're in your 30s or 40s or beyond, and that's all okay, right? We all get so bound by what other people are doing, what their timelines are, all this kind of bullshit, when really we should be staying in our own lane energetically and just literally staying in our own lane and not looking at what other people are doing. I really think psychic attacks have become more common with social media, actually, because we are looking at people and we are sometimes sending bad intention by going, oh, she's this or he's that or whatever, but we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We have no idea. So protect your energy from this particular form of attack and do the meditation that's going to be out in 2 days. It's going to really, really serve you massively. I hope this week's message really helped get your head around what might be happening in terms of this whole psychic attack situation. If you want to find me on the various corners of the interwebs, my handles are at Cheryl J. Muir on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram, and my website is cherylmuir.com. I am sending you all infinite love, and I will see you next week.